For the Bringing Back Basic Gray collaboration today, we're going to make a sheetload of Father's Day cards. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. This is the Bringing Back Basic Gray collaboration that I do with my friend Sarah, who's crafting and relaxing here on YouTube, and Kathy, who is Stampin' Cat over on Instagram. We just try to enjoy our hoard of basic gray papers each month. So this month I am using the July 2022 sheetload of cards from Call Me Crafty Al. It does make 12 cards. And so I used the sketch, the cutting guide, to cut down all of my 12 by 12 sheets. I had 3 sheets pulled from my stash. 2 of them were from the Jade, or from Motifica collection, and 1 was from Aged and Confused collection. And I was looking for a specific kind of color palette for the papers, which is why I chose those. They are going to match some embellishments you will see towards the end of the video. So I cut down the matte pieces that the sketch calls for, and then these triangles are also part of the cutting guide. And I sorted them so that I can make sure I'm not going to get 2 of the same triangle on each like matted square. And then I'm just going to going through and gluing those down. So I'm going to kind of jump to the end of this process here because it's just a lot of the same. One good thing about the sheetload is it allows you to do like an assembly line type process. So get the last of these triangles put down. And Kathy and Sarah and I realized that we had a shared love of Basic Gray papers from Basic Gray no longer makes papers. Makes paper crafting items. They were big in the early 2000s, I believe. They've now switched to fabric. So we started hoarding the papers and embellishments, the products that we did have from Basic Gray, and we decided we needed to enjoy them more often instead of just letting them sit safely in a drawer unused. We're going to enjoy them and put them to good use. So now that I have those triangles down, I'm going to kind of sort again so that I can, one nice thing about Alicia's sheetload sketches is when she brings in multiple papers, it kind of allows you to use one of each of those patterns on each card. So I'm making sure that whatever patterns I have for the triangle pieces on that square mat are not the same pattern that I'm using for the card mat, if that makes sense. So again, assembly line style, I will just be going through and putting these down. I chose to make Father's Day cards because I saw somewhere and I looked for it, and if I can find it again, I'm going to keep looking for it, and if I find it again, I'll link the information below. But there was a call for Mother's and Father's Day cards for one of the organizations that I tend to donate cards to. And so I thought I had saved that somewhere, and if I did, I accidentally deleted it, so I'll have to find that again. But I thought I would go ahead, and Basic Gray is great for Father's Day cards because of that grunged, aged, kind of masculine look to a lot of the papers. They do have some bright, colorful patterns, but I guess a lot of what I have is more of this grunge. That's kind of what I was drawn to back in the day. So I thought I would go ahead and get a head start on some Father's Day cards. So I'm going to finish up the assembly process here of putting the mats on the card bases, and these are all just A2 size card bases, and then we can move on to embellishing. I'm going to have Kathy and Sarah's accounts linked in the description box below for you so you can go see what papers they're using this month and what they're making. So to embellish, I am using the Magical Spring Messages stamp and die set from Lawn Fawn. I have gone ahead and stamped and used that circle die to cut out the Happy Father's Day sentiment. And it will just go ahead and adhere these on kind of to the right side of the triangle or of the square element there on the front. And again, Alicia's sketch gives you like all of this information, just it's really easy to follow. So I will be sure to link the July 2022 sheetload of cards sketch information in the description box below for you as well, and then as well as the Lawn Fawn sets that I have. So finishing up here on the last few cards with my sentiment, and then I can do my final embellishing. The sketch doesn't necessarily call for anything, but because I had found these masculine related words, I had 3 sheets of this paper here in my stash, and I've been slowly working on using them here and there. Like I think I've used some on some scrapbook pages. So trying to find a way to use those up. There is an embossed element to it, like for the words, and so it's just kind of a little extra added touch. So I went through and found some words that were more specific to fathers, because the sheet is just male words, so it could be guy, fella, stud, macho, hero, like things like that, nephew, son. And so I just tried to find ones that were related more to fathers. So I did father, dad, strong, papa. I'm not sure what else I had pulled in there, but I just tried to find ones that, were, grandpa. I did find a grandpa. So tried to go with those because I believe these are going to mother or men and women in nursing homes. They're just, being given these Mother's and Father's Day cards. So get these last few done here, and just like that, quick and easy, I have 12 cards. I did go in and put scraps on the inside of all the cards. I forgot to show that, but here is that final look of my 12 cards. And again, I will find the information for the card drive, and then with everything else, I will have them all listed in the description box below. Don't forget to check out Kathy and Sarah. I thank you guys so very much for your time today, and hope you all have a very crafty day.